Doesn't it feel great to be alive on a Monday night as a die-hard baseball fan in Idaho Falls, Idaho on YouTube or what? Hey baseball fans, Ryan here. I hope you are all having a wonderful start to your Monday. I hope you guys had a lovely weekend. I hope you guys are ready for some very fun next couple of days, guys. I want to get right down to business, guys. So welcome back to the channel of Main Event Baseball with Ryan. So in tonight's episode, we are going to talk about some breaking news out of MLB. We will also have breaking news on the 2025 Boise Hawks coaching staff, and we will end tonight's video with breaking news about the Battle of Idaho in the Pioneer League for the Idaho Falls Truckers versus Boise Hawks. So guys, it is the middle of June and it is almost the 4th of July. And in case you guys did not notice, the 2025 MLB 4th of July hats have been released. They are on MLBshop.com for all 30 MLB teams. So if you want to go out and buy yourself a 2025 MLB 4th of July hat, they are now available for each and every single MLB team. Go to MLBshop.com. They are out. They are on the website and they are available to buy right now. All right, guys, but we do have some breaking news on the 2025 Boise Hawks coaching staff, particularly two of the coaches, the manager Cash Bucham and the pitching coach Brian Klopp. Now, I want to start with Brian Klopp. In yesterday's game, in Game 6 of the Ogden Raptors versus Boise Papa Frites, Boise Hawk pitching coach Brian Klopp was ejected in the 8th inning. And I talked about it a little bit yesterday. He took first base with him. Well, I was able to find out that Boise Hawk pitching coach Brian Klopp was not given a suspension for his actions by the Pioneer Independent Baseball League. However, he was given a $175 fine. He has paid the fine from what I have been told and will not have a suspension from the Pioneer League. So that is on Boise Hawks pitching coach Brian Klopp. The big breaking news on the Boise Hawks is the manager Cash Bucham. Cash Bucham has not been managing the Boise Hawks the past 4 games because he was ejected earlier in the Ogden versus Boise series. He was actually ejected in Game 2 of that series, and he was given a immediately $175 fine and a 4-game suspension. And Cash Bucham was able to serve his 4-game suspension. And the breaking news is that Boise Hawk manager Cash Bucham will be back tomorrow night at Melaleuca Field to manage the Boise Hawks in Game 1 of a 3-game series against the Idaho Falls Truckers. So once again, the 2025 Boise Hawks manager Cash Bucham will return as manager tomorrow night right here in Idaho Falls, Idaho at Melaleuca Field when the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Truckers resume the Battle of Idaho in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League. I will tell you this again, guys. Tomorrow night, Cash Bucham will return as manager of the Boise Hawks as they resume the Battle of Idaho against the Idaho Falls Truckers in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League. Cash Bucham was not given an additional fine on his suspension. He was given $175 fine and a 4-game suspension, which he has served. And as you guys can probably tell, I am not in my own home. I am in Idaho Falls, Idaho. A little fun fact for all you guys, yours truly was born right here in Idaho Falls, Idaho. I'm at a beautiful Airbnb. And guys, this hump day, which is Wednesday, we will be having a very special pregame and postgame show from Melaleuca Field. It is my privilege to let you guys know that in 2 nights from tonight, it will be Hump Day, and it will be the middle game of a 3-game series of the Battle of Idaho in the Pioneer League. Again, yours truly will be live from Melaleuca Field for a pregame show and a postgame show right after the game. That is 2 nights from tonight, when we will have game 2 of a 3-game series between the Idaho Falls Truckers and the Boise Hawks. I can confirm that on Hump Day / Wednesday, the Boise Hawks starting pitcher will be Round Rock High School's own, Seattle University's own, Ryan Knight's own, the Cameron Dayton Game own. Gave it away right there. You see what I did? The Hump Day starter for Wednesday night at Melaleuca Field for the Hawks will be none other than Cameron Dayton. And we will talk more about that as time gets closer. But I do want to let you guys know, Wednesday is 2 days away, and we will have a very, very special pregame and postgame show on Wednesday. So I want you guys to know that for sure. Okay, guys, but now we need to get into the Battle of Idaho news. So you're probably wondering, what is the Battle of Idaho? The Battle of Idaho is only between 2 teams in the Pioneer League. It is between the Idaho Falls Truckers and the Boise Hawks. Now, who ever has the most head-to-head wins against one another between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Truckers at the end of the 2025 season will be awarded the Traffic Cone Trophy. Now, the defending champions are the Boise Hawks, and heading into tomorrow night, they are in extreme danger because, ladies and gentlemen, the Idaho Falls Truckers are up 5-1 over the Boise Hawks. The only game that the Idaho Falls Truckers have lost to the Boise Hawks was Game 6 back at Hawks Memorial Stadium a few weeks ago. And starting tomorrow night, they will begin a 6-game series, but 3 games will be played at Melaleuca Field. 3 games will be played at Hawks Memorial Stadium. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, the Boise Hawks will play at Melaleuca Field right here in Idaho Falls, Idaho, against the Truckers. And then this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Idaho Falls Truckers will come back to Boise Hawks Memorial Stadium to finish up the 6-game series. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are living in Boise, Idaho, and you need something to do for this weekend, I highly suggest you come out for the Battle of Idaho between the Idaho Falls Truckers and the Boise Hawks. And if you are just in Idaho Falls for Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night, and you need a ball game to attend to, go to Melaleuca Field, because the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Truckers resume their in-state rivalry and Battle of Idaho tomorrow night from Melaleuca Field, the home of the 2019 Pioneer League champions, the Idaho Falls Truckers. And guys, might I say, I'm not going to lie, it feels great to be back in Idaho Falls. I definitely find this place a beautiful place, and I am looking forward to Wednesday night for a lot of reasons. Some of you don't know, but Wednesday night, or Hump Day night, starting pitcher for the Boise Hawks this Wednesday is my host brother, Cameron Dayton. And I love him, guys. He is phenomenal. He is one of the most professional independent baseball players I have ever, and I mean ever, been around. And I look forward to watching him pitch in person from Melaleuca Field. I also have a lot of good, close relationships with the Chuckers front office, so I know they will not give me a hard time. But I'm looking forward to that as well. So if you guys need to know, the drive up from Boise to Idaho Falls today was great. It was about a little 4.5 hours, but a beautiful drive. I got to go downtown Idaho Falls tonight and see the waterfalls falling. If you weren't ever up in Idaho Falls, I highly recommend that. But it was a beautiful night, guys. And I'm happy to be back. And I cannot wait to give you guys a very special pregame show and postgame show on Hump Day, which is 2 nights from tonight from Melaleuca Field, the home of the Idaho Falls Chuckers. All right, guys, so tomorrow, guys, will be game 1 of that 3-game series of the Battle of Idaho between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Chuckers at Melaleuca Field. I will have a very early pregame show. We are not doing a postgame show tomorrow. I do apologize in advance for that. But the pregame show tomorrow, I will discuss a little unique things about Melaleuca Field. There is very, very good history at Melaleuca Field, the home of the Idaho Falls Chuckers. A lot of big league names have came right through Idaho Falls. We will talk about more of that tomorrow in the episode, but I do want to remind you guys, tomorrow there will not be a post-game show. We will do a pre-game show, and we will have a very fun episode tomorrow. But I know a lot of you were panicking that I didn't make it safely. It was a beautiful, quick drive. My mom and I are very pumped up for Hump Day to watch the Hawks and the Chuckers Battle of Idaho. Hopefully we get the win and we can win this. But like I said, guys, the Hawks have their backs against the wall starting tomorrow night. And that does not mean I am cheering for the Chuckers, but I am stating a fact that the Hawks definitely have their backs against the wall heading into tomorrow night. They will play at Melaleuca Field tomorrow night for the very first time in the 2025 season. And Cameron Dayton, we will have breaking news about Cameron Dayton and his trip to Melaleuca Field. That will be an episode you will not want to miss as well. Okay, baseball fans, I don't want to get the Idaho Falls Police Department called on me, so I'm going to end the video, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about this Battle of Idaho or about tomorrow or Wednesday, feel free to let me know. I am more than happy to get this all explained out. But other than that, I will see you guys right back here tomorrow, guys, for a very fun episode of Main Event Baseball with Ryan as we preview game 1 of a 3-game series of the Battle of Idaho at Melaleuca Field between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Chuckers.